3.6 Tank cleaning. From the interior of the tank to the shell bottom of the columns of the roof of the beams, the interior accessories, equipment such as pumps, piping, and ladders shall be cleaned from the bare metal, not a bare metal, but not limited to the sound surfacing, lining, coating, and the free frost of the dirt or the scales loose of the surface, loose of the material, fuel and oil, grease and sludge of the other deleterious material. Do not damage existing lining material. Remove undersound, losing lining, coating, cleaning of the surface exposed to thereby bare metal and concrete, and are applicable, will immediately notify the contracting officer of the lining of the coating of the deteriorated or loose. 361 Monitoring. The use of the tanks, letting of the gasoline, and the hazard consulting cognizant industrial hygiene regarding deletion, if not leading to the gasoline hazard. Monitoring airborne concentration. Monitoring airborne concentration of lead shall be in accordance with the Title 29 Code Federal Regulations 1910.1025 of the benzene in accordance with the Title 29 102A as is specified herein, and monitoring, testing, and reporting shall be performed by the certified industrial hygiene technical who is under the direction of the SIH. This SIH and the IH using direction of the CIH shall be used on the job site, directing the monitoring and inspecting work to ensure the requirements of the contract satisfied during the entire operation. The CIA shall be located during the entire tank operation and the take of the personal air monitoring samples of the employees they anticipated to have the greatest risk in exposure determined at the CIH, and the additional taking of air monitoring employees is at least 25 work crews, a minimum of 2 employees within greater during each work is shifted. Submit the results of the air monitoring samples signed by the CIH within 2 working days of the air samples of the notifying contracting officer immediately exposed to exposure to the lead and at or in excess of the action of 30 micrograms per cubic meter in the air outside of the lead control and the 0.5 ppms of the benzene. 36111 Monitoring during the tank cleaning work. Performing personnel and all monitoring during the entire tank warning operation. Sufficient area monitoring shall be conducted by the physical bond area to ensure the unprotected personnel are not associated above 30 micrograms per cubic meter of air feed of lead or 0.5 ppms of benzol to all times and outside boundary lead levels are to not exceed 30 micrograms per cubic meter of air of the benzol lines. Levels are not to exceed 0.5 ppms of the work shall be stopped or the work shall be stopped. The certified industrial hygiene shall be immediately corrected the conditions causing the increased levels and notifying the contracting officer immediately. The CIA shall review the sampling data collected on the date to determine if the condition requires the further change of the work methods and tank cleaning of the work shall resume the approval given in the CIH. The tank contractor shall control the lead level outside of the boundary at least 30 micrograms per cubic meter of the benzene levels of the 0.5 ppms all times. The minimum conduct of all air monitor daily on each site of the which tank cleaning operations are performed. Areas immediately adjacent with the control area. The outdoor operations are at least one sample of each shift to be taken downside of the control area. If adjacent to the areas contaminated, cleaning visual inspection contaminated areas. The CIH shall certify the area has been cleaned and contamination. Lead hazard personnel safety. 3621. Note that delete the brackets and any words without the brackets. There is no lead fuel in any of the tank. Due to lead hazards and inorganic or organic tell, the associated with the tank complying with the API standard of 2015, the applicable rules regulations stated for the Hawaii blank and has federal occupational safety hazard and the conflicting among the AAP American Petroleum Institution publications stated that the federal regulation must stringent criteria shall apply ensure that the requirements for the protective clothing and monitoring determination explosive levels and other relevant control complied with ensure that employees are counseled by the reproductive hazards associated with lead. 363 Precautions of airborne lead. Delete the brackets, word, and brackets if there is no lead fuel in the tank. Notify the paragraphs inserted with the appropriate selection, demolition, tank coating, and the repairing modifications following the work of the tank. Since the tank is known as the lead hazard, the contracting contractor shall, in accordance with the API Standards 2015, should ensure that the working inside of the tank, whether the appropriate protective clothing, respiratory equipment is prescribed in an API standard through 2015, the duration of the tank cleaning, and using only the types of respirators specified by the respirator protection under the paragraph entitled the equipment after the completion of the cleaning operation. The contractor option allowing the people to enter the tank with respiratory protective equipment after lead and air analysis obtained by the accordance of the API 2015 water and sediment and sludge analysis 3641.